In May of 2023, I was at the second last stop of my Grand Europe tour, a journey that had already taken me through the sunny beaches of Malaga, the historic streets of Madrid, the vibrant pulse of Barcelona, and now the calm postcard-perfect beauty of Zurich. After days of trains, tapas, and endless wandering, all that was left was one final destination: Paris, the city of lights, the grand finale we had planned for months. That morning, I checked out of my Zurich hotel, feeling relaxed and excited. Everything was perfectly planned. I had already booked our train tickets from Zurich to Paris, and the journey was supposed to be simple. Board the TGV, sit back, enjoy the view, and arrive in time for an evening walk along the Seine. But life, especially travel life, loves surprises. When we stepped into the Zurich train station, something felt off. Usually, the departure boards flicker with dozens of upcoming trains, but that day, an unusual number of them were filled with delays and cancellations. Still, I stayed optimistic. I rolled my suitcase toward the counter and handed over my reservation. The Swiss railway staff typed for a moment, paused, and then looked up with the kind of expression every traveler dreads. "All trains to Paris have been cancelled," she said calmly. "Cancelled? All of them?" I asked. "Yes, sir. There is a major strike happening in Paris today." Those words hit me harder than I expected. A strike? Today? Now? Suddenly, the excitement of going to Paris evaporated, replaced by a wave of confusion. We had a hotel booked, plans made, and only 4 days left in the entire trip. Missing Paris wasn't just an inconvenience. It felt like losing the grand ending of the journey. For a moment, I didn't know what to do. The station around me buzzed with other stranded travelers, some arguing, some on the phone, some just staring helplessly. I could feel that sinking sensation travelers know too well. The moment when everything you've planned suddenly collapses. But then instinct kicked in. I opened my laptop right there on the station bench. If the trains weren't running, the only other way was by air. I searched for flights from Zurich to Paris, and within seconds, the screen filled with red text. Sold out. Sold out. My heart sank. Was this really happening? Then I refreshed one more time. And there it was, almost like a miracle. One flight still had 3 standby seats left. 3 seats, exactly the number we needed. Without thinking twice, I booked them. I closed the laptop, took a deep breath, and told my family, "Let's go. We're going to the airport." The taxi ride felt long. I kept imagining the airline agent telling us, "Sorry, the flight is full." But at the airport check-in counter, they took our passports, typed for a while, and finally handed us boarding passes, with one warning: "You are on standby. There is no guarantee you will fly today." My heart dropped again. But we had no choice. We walked to the gate, found 3 seats, and waited. 1 hour passed. Then 2. And 3. Every few minutes, the gate agent announced someone else's name, handing out the last remaining confirmed seats. With each announcement, our chances shrank. Finally, about 40 minutes before flight time, the agent walked toward us with a small stack of papers. She smiled, the kind of smile that tells you your luck has finally turned. "Good news," she said. "You're all flying today." Just like that, the stress vanished. The relief felt like a wave washing over us. We boarded the plane, found our seats, and only then did the reality sink in. We made it to Paris by the smallest margin possible. When the plane touched down at Charles de Gaulle Airport, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Gratitude for timing, for luck, for persistence, and for the reminder that travel is rarely perfect, but always unforgettable. Because sometimes the best travel stories aren't the ones you plan. They're the ones that happen when everything goes wrong. And somehow still turns out right. That was the day Paris almost didn't happen, and the day I learned that every trip has a little magic hidden behind the chaos.